A heartbreaking moment has just occurred at the military base. Jungkook and Kim Taehyung shared one last emotional hug before Jungkook had to leave. However, what shocked everyone was Taehyung's expression after their farewell. His tears flowed, his eyes filled with sadness, as if there was something more than just an ordinary goodbye. What really happened? Why did Taehyung look so devastated? Is this truly their final farewell? Here's the story behind the emotional moment that has left armies worldwide wondering, is Jungkook really leaving Taehyung forever? An unexpected farewell that day. The atmosphere at the military base seemed normal. Soldiers were carrying out their duties as usual, with no signs of anything significant about to happen. But soon, a black car stopped at the main gate. The car door opened, and a man dressed entirely in black stepped out. Although his face was covered with a mask and cap, anyone could recognize his posture. It was Jungkook. Without any security, without any staff, Jungkook arrived alone to meet Taehyung. But this time, something was different. Unlike before, when he came to surprise Taehyung, this time, there was a heavy expression on his face. It was as if he knew this would be a difficult meeting. Moments later, Taehyung appeared from inside the base. As soon as he saw Jungkook standing at the gate, his expression changed instantly. His eyes widened, his steps slowed, and his face was filled with emotions too complex to describe. But what was most surprising was that his face didn't show joy like before. It showed sadness, a tearful last hug. When Taehyung reached Jungkook, he didn't say anything. He simply stared at his friend with tearful eyes. Jungkook gave a small smile and extended his arms. Taehyung immediately pulled Jungkook into a tight embrace, and that's when everything broke down. Taehyung cried, not just a few tears, he truly sobbed. His shoulders shook, his face was buried in Jungkook's chest, and his quiet sobs could be heard. Jungkook said nothing. He simply patted Taehyung's back gently, letting his friend release his emotions. But something was different in Jungkook's expression. His eyes were also filled with tears, his lips trembled slightly, and his hands gripped Taehyung's back even tighter, as if he didn't want to let go. The soldiers watching the scene remained silent. They witnessed how these two friends parted in such an emotional way, as if there was something they feared. After a few minutes, Taehyung finally loosened his embrace, but his tears still flowed. Jungkook gently touched Taehyung's face, wiping away his tears, and then said, "I have to go now." And at that moment, Taehyung's face changed even more. What's really happening? Why does this feel like a final goodbye? Many armies feel there is something deeper behind this farewell. Why did Jungkook and Taehyung look so emotional? Did they know this would be their last meeting for a long time? Some fans speculate that Jungkook may be leaving Korea for an extended period, making it impossible for him to visit Taehyung again. Others believe there is something even more serious being hidden. Is Taehyung facing a personal struggle? Or is Jungkook keeping a secret he doesn't want to reveal? What's even more surprising is Taehyung's expression after Jungkook finally left. As Jungkook's car drove away, Taehyung remained standing. He didn't immediately return inside, nor did he wipe his tears. He simply stared at the disappearing car, his face blank, his eyes still filled with tears. As if he was afraid of something. As if he felt this farewell was heavier than expected. Jungkook finally speaks out. Following the event, Jungkook finally shared a few words with the media. "I can't say much about this, but it was a very meaningful meeting," he said in a quiet voice. He continued, "I know armies must be worried, but I want you to trust that everything will be okay. Taehyung is strong, and I believe he will get through this well." However, Jungkook's words only raised more questions among fans. Why couldn't he say more? What is really happening between them? Armies have begun speculating that perhaps Taehyung is dealing with something much bigger than it seems. But for now, neither Jungkook nor Taehyung has given further explanations. One thing is certain. This farewell will be remembered as one of the most emotional moments in their history. Armies ask, is this really their final goodbye? After witnessing this moment, many armies are left wondering, is this their last meeting before Jungkook leaves for a very long time? Why did Taehyung cry so hard? Is there something he's hiding? Is something much bigger about to happen soon? All these questions remain unanswered. But one thing is clear. Jungkook and Taehyung's bond runs deeper than most people imagine. Armies can only hope that this farewell isn't the end of everything, but rather the beginning of something even greater. And perhaps, one day, they will reunite, not with tears, not with sadness, but with even greater happiness. Jungkook and Taehyung, an emotional farewell or media sensation. Army left confused. After the viral moment of Jungkook and Taehyung at the military base, Army worldwide is now divided into two camps. Those who believe this was a genuinely emotional farewell and those who suspect it was just a staged act to grab media attention. This farewell moment, filled with tears, has touched many hearts, especially fans who have followed the journey and friendship of these two BTS members for years. However, many are now questioning, was this truly an authentic moment, or was it carefully orchestrated? Why did Jungkook come without security? As a global superstar, shouldn't his safety be a top priority? Why was Taehyung crying so hard? Is there something bigger behind all of this? Army, it's time for us to think critically. Was this truly an emotional moment, or just a fan service moment designed to shake up the media? A real goodbye or a publicity stunt? Since this news broke, many have felt that the farewell was overly dramatic. Imagine this. Jungkook, a global idol with a packed schedule and tight security, suddenly appears alone at the military gate to meet Taehyung, without security, without a manager or staff. With such intense emotions, as if there was something deeper being hidden. Of course, if this truly happened, it would be one of the most touching moments in BTS history. But is there more to this than meets the eye? As we all know, the Korean entertainment industry is not as simple as it seems. K-pop is a highly structured industry, with carefully planned marketing strategies to maintain the fame of its idols. Is Jungkook and Taehyung hiding something? We all know that the bond between Jungkook and Taehyung has long been a topic of discussion. They have always shared a remarkable closeness, and armies have always been moved by their interactions. Even after this incident, neither Jungkook nor Taehyung has provided any detailed explanations. Jungkook only stated, "I can't say much about this, but it was a very meaningful meeting." He has only left a few cryptic messages for fans, but he has not specifically explained why he was so emotional when saying goodbye to Jungkook. Army, do you feel like they are hiding something? Media, sensation, and the truth. Army needs to think critically. It's no secret that the media often creates narratives that attract massive attention. Celebrity news is frequently dramatized to go viral and be discussed everywhere. Many entertainment media outlets have been proven to exaggerate stories or even create narratives that do not align with reality. As Army, we obviously want to support Jungkook and Taehyung wholeheartedly. But shouldn't we also be critical when consuming news? Ask yourself, did this truly happen, or did the media dramatize it? Is there a possibility that this was just a marketing strategy to keep BTS relevant during their military service? Or are we being too skeptical? And this was a genuine moment between two friends who had to part ways for a long time. Army, do you believe this moment was real? Or do you suspect it was staged? Conclusion. What do you believe? The farewell moment between Jungkook and Taehyung has undoubtedly become a huge topic of discussion. Some see it as a heartfelt moment between two friends supporting each other in their life journey. However, others feel that there was something too perfect about this event, as if it was intentionally dramatized to create media buzz.